How can we find non-elite perspectives on the Reconquista? Imagine walking through a medieval village and hearing stories from ordinary people, not kings or knights. How can we discover what peasants, farmers, and workers thought about the Reconquista? That's what we're exploring today. First, archaeology is a key tool. By studying ancient settlements, tools, and everyday objects, we can see how regular folks lived. For example, pottery, farming tools, and home remains tell us about their daily routines and struggles. These clues help us understand their world beyond what rulers wrote down. Next, some peasants played active roles in the conflict. Some could become villain knights, a kind of lower-ranked knight, if they had a horse and weapons. These men fought on the frontiers and even gained land and tax breaks. Their participation shows they had a stake in the war and saw it as more than just a distant event. Legal and administrative records also give us hints. Documents like land grants, tax lists, and local laws sometimes mention peasants, rights, and duties. In newly reconquered areas, peasants often had more freedom than usual. They could own weapons, ride horses, and take part in local councils. These records show their social conditions and how they interacted with lords. Military groups made up of peasants, like the Almogavars, also reveal their perspectives. These infantry units fought bravely in campaigns and defended the frontier. Their organization and stories show that ordinary people were not just bystanders, but active participants in shaping the conflict. Historians today also look at how peasants resisted or expressed dissatisfaction. Some studies focus on protests or acts of defiance, while others highlight their efforts to survive and care for their families. This approach helps us see how regular people navigated the pressures of war, land disputes, and environmental challenges. In summary, we find non-elite views through archaeology, military roles, legal documents, militia participation, and modern research. These sources help us see that peasants and common folk had their own experiences and opinions about the Reconquista, shaped by conflict but also by their hopes for a better life.